Hi, my name is Emma Abad, and this is my photography project presentation. I called my project The Side of Spring because it's all about wildflowers. I love wildflowers, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to capture how vibrant and beautiful and unique they are. So, my first photo I took in my grandma's garden. This is probably the most sentimental to me because my grandma actually passed away a few years ago, but she loved gardening. So when I went to her garden, it was overgrown and dried and dead, but there were still these little flowers poking through all of the dried grass, and that was so beautiful to me. The flowers were beautiful, but the moment was beautiful too, and I was just so happy to capture it and add it to my project. Next, we have this sunset photo. It was a flower field near my house. This was a picture I took really early on into my project, and it was really inspiring to get such a good shot so early on. It gave me a lot of hope for the direction of my piece. Okay, next we've got these two photos on the right. I really just liked this photo. It's nice and simple, but you can see like the detail on the petals really well, and I thought it was just an artistic shot. And then on the left, you have this kind of fun pink seaside flower. I took this while I was driving down Highway 101 towards Santa Barbara, and yeah, I love this flower because it just looks so silly and so unique, and that was something I knew I wanted to capture going into this project. Was I wanted to capture the uniqueness in flowers because they can feel so cliche sometimes, but I know that they have so much to offer and they're just such a cool part of our world. So I was really happy to capture such a cool looking flower. And then we have two more super cool looking flowers. I love little curvature on the top of that yellow flower, and you can even see a little bug that's sitting on one of the petals. And then on the right, there's this indigo sort of cactus looking coastal flower. That was another one I took on my way towards Santa Barbara. I love this picture because I didn't get any other pictures of flowers that have blue tones, so this one felt like a really good addition to my project. Next, this is another flower field, and I love this shot because, as you can see, there's a little bumblebee flying in between flowers, and this was just an incredible shot to me because this flower field was so vast. It was so huge, and in spite of that, I was still able to capture this little moment. That was another thing I was really hoping to achieve in my project, was capturing like the big and the small, and I think this shot just does that perfectly. Next, we have the third coastal flower that I included. You can see it's got these similar little succulent looking plants to the first one that are around it. I think these coastal flowers really breathe new life into my project because wildflowers are incredibly unique, but like you will see a lot of the same types of flowers if you live in like one ecosystem. So going to the coast and different cities along the coast really helped me capture like some unique and different kinds of flowers than I would normally see within like a 20-mile radius of my house. And then next, we have these super special little flowers. I took these when I was on a trip in Europe. These little white bell-shaped flowers are super native to the part of Germany that I was in, and I just love how delicate they are. I love the detail of this photo, and I think this one was really additive. I wanted to capture some like daisies and some smaller flowers, but none of those photos really came out, which was kind of disappointing, but I think this picture totally makes up for it. Next, we have another small little flower. This is just a purple one. It was nice to capture a flower that wasn't in full bloom. I thought it was like really representative of spring starting and like new beginnings. And then we, of course, have a vibrant rose photo. Roses feel so cliche and so manufactured because of the context that we see them in, but they are a real flower that just grows naturally in our world. So I was really happy to capture these flowers. I did include this picture in my project, but I think I could have edited a little better. It feels like too clean almost. I used denoise on Photoshop, which definitely made it feel very crisp, but I think it feels a little bit less authentic than most of the other pictures, and I think because it's a rose, you kind of have to work a little bit harder against that like manufactured feeling. But I still love this shot, and I love roses. And then finally, we have this fun pomegranate tree. I knew I wanted to capture some fruit flowers because they're just so fun, and I thought this shot was great. I love the different textures. I love how complex it is, but the like simple colors make it really easy to look at. It doesn't feel like overwhelming. So yeah, that's all my pictures. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about each of these shots and the time and the thought behind them. Yeah, I can't wait to see everybody else's projects.